Hello there, Cancer. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. And this reading's going to be for Cancer for September of 2017. Really, really fast year, huh, Cancer? Last year dragged on and on and on. Well, what I've done for us for the month is I've pulled 4 cards. We'll use the bottom card on the deck for the overall view of the month. Pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together. Now, I advise you to watch your moon sign and your rising sign. It'll give you a bigger perspective of the month because these are just general readings. The other thing I want to tell you is I'm an empath, so I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you, so everybody out there is now Cancer named Frankie. The other thing is I don't believe these cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month for us. And as I'm not an astrologer, I looked up the astrology for us for the month, and it's going to be in our 3rd house, and that's journeys to nearby places like short trips, correspondence, communication of all kind, increased intellectual activity, relationships with the people around you, and your brothers and sisters. If you want to know more astrological, I always go over and look at Veroosh, Veroosh. She does the astrology with the cards, and the astrology is simplified, so I enjoy watching it. Anyhow, what we have here is a couple words before we start, and they're acceptance, forgiveness, intention, light, and responsibility. I think maybe some of us Cancers are going through a lot this month, so I don't know, everything I'm looking at here in these cards is telling me, yeah, we might be going through a lot, but trust me, Cancer, we are moving forward. Our first card here is the Queen of Rods. I call it Wands in my old deck, but Queen of Rods. I've been doing too many of these. I'm starting to not be able to talk. And this, if this is a person, it'll be a fire sign person in our lives. It can be a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries person in our life. It can be male or female. These are general readings. They're going to fall down in a different area of each one of our lives. If this is a person, it's a person that's coming into our life that can help us if we accept the help, okay? This is someone who is loyal, they're intelligent, they're very good with money, extremely straightforward. They're usually socially prominent or well-known person in their own way, but they're someone that is very good with money, and they're someone that's good with advice. So if I'm taking something to them in confidence, I know it will be in confidence. That's the intention behind it, and their intention, because of the way they are in general, is to be of service or to be helpful. Now, if this is us, right, and it's not a person on our reading, what they're saying is to get our intentions very clear cut, because we are intelligent. These are things that we're going to need. If it's something new we're moving forward on, like a new business endeavor or something like that, that we have these qualities within us to bring this forward. Remember that not only is the Queen of Wands intelligent, right, and good with money, she's responsible with money. So that puts her in, you know, if it's not he or she, if this is like, let's say, a relationship with these other cards I'm seeing here, maybe this is our husband, wife, or whatever that's coming in, we would have to, or if it was our husband or wife with us, I'm trying to spit it out and trying to find an example here for us, we would know that that their intention, the person's intention was one of acceptance and willingness to help us in a responsible manner. So I'm saying it in that way, even though it sounds a little confusing right now, Cancer, because our next card here is the Eight of Swords. And as you can see, she's all tied up, you know, she's got swords all around her, a blindfold on her face. In my old deck, you could see her mouth. In this one, she has her mouth closed too, right? So they've covered up her eyes, her mouth, everything. She can't speak and she can't talk. Well, if I think about the Two of Swords, which I believe showed up in Gemini's reading, and I thought of the Eight of Swords, in the Two of Swords, there is a circumstance that I'm in total denial of, and I've got to pull off the blindfold, right? And look at it and make the choice. It's a card of choices. But I have to see them because I'm denying them. Now, in this card, I know what the choices are. So Cancer, we know what our choices are. We have the word forgiveness in there. Is there something we need to forgive in someone else or within ourselves? What is our intention here? Now, these ties that they have her wrapped in all over are not even rope. They're cloth. She's very loosely in there. She can jiggle herself out of there, pull that blindfold off, right? And she's very conscious of the choices that she has to make. So what they're telling us is take off the blindfold and what I want to do with this card is take off that blindfold, right? Look at things squarely. What is it I need to do to move myself forward? What is I want? And I'm going to move towards that with intention and responsible action. Now those are strong words, so what I'm going to do is I know I have to make these choices. I know clearly what those choices are. Therefore, I'm shaking myself loose. I'm taking this off of my lips for sure. I'm speaking forward. I'm speaking up. I can do this in a patient, accepting manner, but I am going to take the steps and make the choices and decisions that I have to make that are beneficial to myself. We have the word light in there too, and we have a card to support that. Now let's say that this represents someone in our lives. If we have decisions and choices around them, you know, maybe it's disharmonious because we have this 8 here, you know, or we're in disagreement. Maybe we're going to come to terms with somebody and we agree to disagree, but we speak what we have to say with this 8 here. So they're saying that this person's responsible with money. With this card here, they're saying, don't spend my money on useless things. Like, don't go overboard. I am faced with decisions. I know what these decisions are. I am not in denial of them. There's things I got to go towards or forwards to. And because we have the word light here, we have capacity to do them. Okay? So this is going to come down in different areas of our lives for each one of us. For some reason, with this Queen of Rods in here, I have to look at that because that says Wands in my old deck, and that's what I worked with forever, probably 50 years. Anyhow, with her, she's responsible action, she's good with money, she she can just about manifest or make or push forward with anything, right? Because she's intelligent. And our next card with the word light, responsible action, acceptance of the choices we have to make, forgiveness, if we have to forgive with an intention, because our next card is a major arcana and it's a temperance card. And this is just like the Queen of Rods here, it's a fire card. And temperance is balance. Balance in all things. But temperance, to me, Frankie, is a card of manifestation. So it's a card that with an ability that says that I can blend spirit and the material realm together. So with that strong, powerful word of intention here, and this temperance card in here, I have the ability to manifest anything I want. So being as this, it feels really strong, like to watch our money or this month, or watch what we're doing with our money. And because we got this card here that's so good with money, right? So maybe this temperance card is, I need a new job, or I need a new home, right? She, to me, is balance that comes into the material plane. She's from a spiritual perspective, if that makes any sense, with the capacity and the ability to hold the vision, to manifest it with intention into the physical world. So let's say let's say it like this. I want to buy a new house. I am really smart with the money, or I know a good friend or my husband, wife can tell me what decision to make, or help me with the decision to make about the new house. My old house is done, history or whatever, and I'm going to bring it forward. I'd have intention of seeing exactly what I needed and wanted in that house, and I'd begin to move forward with that responsible action. I would go within, Cancer, because I go within. If there's anything that I feel is holding me back at this time, right? I accept it, I forgive it, I move past it, and I bring in that which I want. All right? So, based on these other cards that I'm seeing that I haven't pulled up here yet, let's say the Queen, King, whatever here is an intelligent perspective for a new partnership, right? And this Temperance card is going to help us to bring this new partnership, but we're still in an old one that's absolutely no good for us. We know the choice we have to make. For whatever reason we feel like we're held back or stopped from making that choice, we are going to accept the fact, maybe forgive it if it's a divorce situation, forgive it, move on, accept the fact, manifest that which we want to move forward with that intention. That word's coming at me very strong. It like almost leaps up off the table, with that intention to go within ourselves and take the action that Spirit is telling us to move forward in an appropriate, responsible manner. So with this card here and this card, the Eight of Swords card here, we are Cancers. We are naturally giving, loving, nurturing homebodies of the astrology world or whatever. That's just our nature. We are nurturers. With this card here and this Eight of Swords and the Queen of Rods, are we giving too much? Am I giving too much of myself to someone else? Is there something I need to do for myself to manifest what it is that I need or I want? Maybe I need a new job. This Queen of Rods represents the old one. that I don't want anymore, and I knew I had to leave, so I knew I had to do it, I'm going to do it. If I need a job, we have this Queen of Rods here, intelligent, money, what job is going to bring me the best thing? Maybe I get 2 or 3 offers I've applied for and all of them come at the same time. Which one do I feel is going to benefit me the most? If it was a home, what do I feel will benefit me the most? If it's a new relationship, where's my intention? I forgive the crap of the past, but I don't take it with me, which means I don't keep feeding it with this temperance balance card here, because a lot of times as cancers, we continue to feed disruptive situations, you know, and we don't want to do that anymore. What's happening to us now, and maybe we went through something with all that crazy eclipse energy, but what's happening to us now is like, how do I protect myself? How do I keep myself stable? What decisions and choices come to me this month that need me to manifest a different, better way? This month I'm capable of doing that. So take the blindfold off, shake off that stuff, walk through those swords. We are not tied up. We know full well the choices and the consequences of the choices. And ta-da! It gives us a party, Cancer. We can celebrate because we did it right. So if the Queen of Rods in here, Queen, King, remember they're male, they don't have to be, these are general readings. If we made the decision to leave the marriage or leave the old job, right? We have just cause to celebrate. This is a good card. 3 of Cups is happiness, celebration, joy. It comes after the 2 of Cups. Maybe the Queen of Rods is our husband, wife, and we got together, right? With the 2 of Cups, and now we're having a party, and there's a baby in there because we manifested it with this Temperance card because that's what we wanted, and we're celebrating that. But with that word responsibility, we have to be careful with that Temperance card because it is fire, and we're bringing that which we want. So we want to be very clear about what we are accepting. We want to be very clear when we forgive. We don't want to go backwards, Cancer. They're saying, don't go backwards. Don't hang on to ideas that no longer serve us, right? Or ways of being that no longer serve us. If the old job no longer suits us and we've applied for 3 others and they all say, do you want to come to work for us? What is going to serve us? Because we have Temperance. So depending on what area it comes down in, if it's because our next card here is the Queen of Swords. That's the way why I am saying what I'm saying at this way. Because the Queen of Swords can be the card of separation and divorce. She can be, if you usually, when you see her, she has a rope around her wrist in my old deck. And she's cut that one right off. And she has the sword. It's kind of like cut in front of her. Like, come on, step forward. And with the Queen of Swords, you don't know for sure if you're going to get your head chopped off or what when you get up there. Or our word, forgiveness. Am I going to forgive it, accept the fact that it happened? My intention, make my decision, and I'm in the light. I'm capable of having whatever it is I want because I have the Temperance card there, and I can do responsible action. This is a person in my life, right? Male or female. It will be an air sign, most probably, but these are general readings. That would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. That if it was a person, maybe they're a widow or a widower, someone who has suffered great loss and came through it. If it is us, right, it can be a person of power and authority. The Queen of Swords is the like the king, the mental realm, the realm of thought. She's the emotional portion. She's the emotional portion of the mental realm. And she makes decisions. She makes them fast. She makes them swift. She forgives whatever's happened. She can take a deep breath. She gets over any trauma from her past, and she stands up, or he stands up and moves forward in their strength to bring forward that which they want. So maybe we're being, if this isn't a person, maybe we're being called forward, which as cancers, this is a little tough one for us because we're more the nurturing type. This is like the nurturing type on steroids. What is that? Tough love? It's the nurturer on steroids. I don't know why they said that like that, but it would be qualities. We are called prominent, standing forth in ourselves, showing who we are. If we have suffered a loss because of this Eight of Swords and decisions we had to make, knowing that we are fully capable, right? Fully capable of learning, growing, spiritual development from it, but of moving forward. The Queen of Swords doesn't let any grass grow under her feet. Queen of Swords, she goes for it, okay? He or she. Maybe the Queen of Swords, we had a separation, a divorce. All of a sudden, King or Queen comes into our lives, like this. This is the new relationship because we made the choice, and our intention was to bring harmony and balance into our life, to bring that which we chose spiritually forward into the physical plane, and to be able to see it in the physical plane and to celebrate it, okay? So if there's a good business opportunity or a new job coming at you, take it. If you have to sever the tie with the old corporation, go. Take it, Cancer. If it's a new opportunity in business coming at you and you had funds invested in somewhere else, and it's no longer serving you and you knew you had to get out of it, get out of it. If it's about living in a home, let's say, well, they keep telling me don't waste your money. I'm living in a home maybe I really don't like or whatever, and it's time to move on and move forward. Manifest that new home. Cut the tie, sell the old one, walk away. This is integrity, loyalty, honesty, but we will celebrate what we have brought forth this month because we will do it because we have accepted what isn't good for us. We have forgiven whatever isn't good for us. We stand in the light with intention of bringing forth that which we want from the spiritual realm into the material world with responsible action. The Queen of Swords upright is responsible. She's the emotional realm of that which brings forth or thought, if that makes any sense. So if it's old and outworn and it doesn't suit us, or a belief system or attitude don't suit us anymore, Cancer, get on it. We'll just keep on booking there. Speak for yourself, voice your opinions, do them in the right manner, responsible manner, right? Keep your mind and your spirit open, but make those choices. Oh, Cancer, you can't just make this up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read it in this light, but it says, your card is, I can't get it off of there. It says, let your past go. What have they been talking to us about? Take off that blindfold, because take it off. I'm not kidding you. Shake that ties off of you. Walk through there. Maybe you want to pick up one of those swords on the way through. No, they said forgiveness, but just in case you need a little protection there, Cancer, Let's see what our angel card says. Whoops, I really can't read it. It says, the burden of carrying your past around has made you very weary, dear one. It is time to set this burden down, keep only the lessons and the love, and leave everything else behind you. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. That's the Queen of Swords energy, fully. She suffers great loss or great trauma or bereavement or emotional pain. The Queen of Swords comes out of it twice as strong as ever anyone would have ever thought. Remember that, Cancer. I know we'd rather just stay in the house and be lovey-dovey and all that stuff, but we got it in us when we need it this month. Let's see what the rest of this is. You know, Cancer, I don't think I've ever pulled this card before. I don't think I have. I asked Spirit this month, I said, could you please give me some cards that I haven't seen before? And they have. You received this card because your thoughts and feelings about the past are holding you back. You're repeating a pattern because of unfinished emotions from your past. This card is a sign to forgive, that's our word, and move on, to stop the painful pattern. It doesn't mean that you need to be with the person you've forgiven. That's our Eight of Swords card. It simply means that you've let toxic feelings go in exchange for peace. Additional meanings of this card is approach a new situation or a relationship with a positive expectation. Avoid routines. Speak to a counselor or a support group. Forgive. She's a good one. This Queen of Rods here, she's a good one. Forgive those who hurt you. Forgive yourself. The worst is now behind you. Keep your thoughts about this situation high and bright. And I'm going to add one more, and in the light. Well, Cancer, that's our reading for September. I want to tell you all thank you for all of your likes and shares and subscribes and for your comments. I read each and every one, even though I don't get a lot of time to write you back. But I read them and I love them and I appreciate it. And if anybody wants to know more about me, all the information's down below the screen there. And to any of you that want to set an appointment with me, all of the information's at the website to be able to do that. And to everybody I've met through doing these YouTube videos, to all of you I've met through doing readings for 28 years. I'm getting old, Cancer. Oh well, I want to tell you all it was an honor and a privilege to serve each and every one of you. And I'll see you hopefully next month. Bye-bye.